racing takes place out at Fairview on Friday, the 9th of August, which is also Women's Day, and hopefully the meeting can treat you well, and you can take your lady out to some nice fancy dinner on the Friday afternoon. But joining me on the line is Grant Paddock, and Grant, how are you doing?
Morning, Rahil. Morning, Panthers. All good this side. No complaints, I suppose. Weather pretty good. We're on the poly tomorrow, so it doesn't really be a factor. So, yeah, all systems go for tomorrow, Rahil. Hopefully we can get the Panthers off to a good start to the weekend.
Yes, certainly. And race number 1, 12:40, the off-time open maiden over 1100 meters. Scratched is number 2, Dynamite Jet. Field of 7 runners remain for the first race on the card. And number 3, Connection, is the favourite at 2-1. Nova Nastili only claims 2.5 kgs as he has ridden his 20th winner. 28-10, number 1, and Action. 3-1 about Ethan's Bow. It's 8-1 and Better Bar Those. Now, Grant, your thoughts on race number 1?
Very shallow race, Rahil. I think the Gavin Smith yard hold the key to this race with Connection and Newton Heath. Newton Heath having his 3rd start here, so he'll be cherry ripe. Stable Jock has gone for that one. And Connection, 6-year-old maiden, says it all, but holding solid form, and the claim off of 2.5 of Nova Nastili is going to really help. Got to be a big runner, probably a worthy favourite. And Action, moderate horse. He races all completely wrong. He does too much early and there's no finish. Maybe with the change to the new yard, they've taught him to settle. I don't know, but I think he's quite moderate. And then Ethan's Butte, first run for the yard from Johannesburg. Not bad form. Probably be better suited to be running against the fillies, but with no weight on her back end of quartet. My bipot horses here are 3 and 5, and I'm tipping at 3, 5, 1, and 8.
Yeah, certainly not a race to get excited about, race number 1, but it is one of those races where you wouldn't be surprised if there were to be a bit of a result in race 1, the start of the bipot. Moving along to race number 2 next. This is 1:15, 1600 meters is the distance. Maiden plate for fillies and mares, and you can scratch number 3, Accumulate, I think has been taken out, and just having a look at the changes. No, it's compression mask and cheek pieces on there to Accumulate, so I was having a look at the wrong thing. But number 1, La Pequanita at 8-10, 16-10, Vintage Crystal, and then it is 12-1 and Better Bar Those. Now, La Pequanita for Alan Creff and Sean Veal, 8-10. Is it going to be her day to shine? Not for me. At 8-10, she's had many opportunities. Holding solid form, but 8-10, definitely not. I really am in the camp of Vintage Crystal, number 2. I've made her my best bet on the card. Her work has improved. Her racing has improved dramatically, and I actually think she'll take a lot of beating. This is an absolute boat race between the 1 and the 2. I'm definitely going for Vintage Crystal to beat La Pequanita and round up with the 6 and the 3. But boat race between 1 and 2, where I'm really strong on the 2. Your Vintage Crystal at 16-10, the top choice here, but La Pequanita, let's see how she goes in race number 2. And form line was franked during the week with the filly that ran second, My True Love, coming through to win. So let's see if she can follow up number 1, La Pequanita. Race number 3 next, the start of the pick 6. 1350, 2000 meters, fillies and mares, 76 handicap, and the 3rd race on the card has got number 1, Unyielding, at the top of betting boards at 7-2, 9-2, Lady Writer, and number 4, Be Real, 5-1, Lady Zultanite, 6-1, Goal for Africa, 7-1, and Better Bar Those. Now, this horse, Unyielding, ran a cracker last time out behind Global Rush, and she actually looked to be a winner as they went past the post, but she was narrowly denied in second. Remains on a mark of 76, now 2,000 meters. How do you think she's going to go, Grant?
Yeah, the big question mark is that 2,000 meters. I don't think she's going to stay the 2,000, to be very honest with you. She's probably ready to go to stud as well. That's why they've squeezed in this run. But no value at 7-2, especially with that big question mark over 2,000. It will be a solid run, 2,000. There is good pace in the race. I think the key to this race is in the Mitchley yard. She has 4 runners, and they're all going to be competitive. There's no doubt.
definite first choice is Lady Writer. She doesn't know how to run a bad race. Course and distance suits to the ground, and with Muzi up, who's riding in absolutely brilliant form, got to be a big runner. And then Lady Zoltanite, who's done nothing wrong herself. Course and distance, she's won her last 2. She is up in grade, there is no doubt, but she's holding solid form, and I think she can be up to it. I'm tipping at 6, 7, 3, and 1. And yeah, I'm going for Lady Writer in this one, Rahil.
6, 7, 3, and 1, the numbers for Grant in race number 3, the start of the big one, the pick 6. Race number 4 next, Fillies and Mares 70 handicap over the 1200 meter trip, 25 past 2 is the off time. Favorite is number 6, Illerix at 3 to 1, along with number 1, Kilmoniveg, 4 to 1. About number 8, number 3, Allende at 5 to 1, 11 to 2, Cabon Capi, got a form update there. She ran third behind Go Check with Love, and then it is 10 to 1 and better bar those. Grant, race number 4, your thoughts? Looks to be a bit competitive.
Yeah, it is. False favourite here, the maiden winner, Illerix, carrying 61 on her back. She's going to battle with that weight. First run out of the maidens. There's a massive jump between the maidens and their handicaps. A filly like number 8, Kambela Busavizani, doesn't know how to run a bad race on the poly. I think she's a 2 or 3 time winner. And she's running at level weights with the horse that just won her maiden. Kilmonivig, that's my first choice. Very, very good, very, very big runner. 62. There's not a big gap in the weights. 62 top weight, 61 bottom weight. There's only a kilo in it. So it's going to go on ability here. So I'm definitely tipping Kilmonivig to win it here from the 80k and Bella Busavizani. And then the 4-horse Carbon Capi ran a very nice race on Tuesday. We'll have to see if she takes her place. And then the 3-horse Allende, who's always there and thereabouts. I must say, in the pick 6, punters need to add in the 2, shown very good work of late. But I'm still in the camp here of Kilmonivig, the 1.
This is quite an interesting race. I must be honest, I haven't seen this before, where you've got 61 all the way, 62 all the way down to 61, and only the horses with the apprentice claim really have a bit of an advantage here. But the weight, there's only a kg between top to bottom here. Quite interesting race number 4. And that is a race that's at the 70 level. So let's see how it goes. As you heard from Grant, it's all going to be based on ability here to see who's going to be the one to get the job done. Race number 5 next. This is a Fillies and Mares 66 handicap over 1300 meters. Favorite is number 3, September Flower at 28 to 10. 5 to 1, number 4, Commerson's Passion. 5 to 1, Dawn of Gold. 6 to 1, Colorama, Lady Tiptree, Angel C. 7 to 1, Kylie's Fate. 8 to 1, Jumbo Sana, and Miss Tucker, the biggest outsider, at 25 to 1 in this field of 8 runners. Now, Grant, race number 5, is it a race that you think the punters need to go a bit wide as well?
No, I don't think you have to go very wide. Obviously, once again, false favourite September Flower, the 3-horse, just won a maiden. This time she's got a decent draw, but 58 kilos against some very, very hard-knocking horses. A filly like Angel C, 3-time winner, she's only getting a kilo from, and I really do make Angel C my first choice. I thought she was a very, very good first run for the yard. I believe she has come on from it, and she's definitely a big runner at a very decent price of 6 to 1. There's 2 Smith fillies, Commerson's Passion and Dawn of Gold, also got to go in, and so too is Colorama. So tricky kind of a race. There's good value in Angel C. I'm going 2, 5, 4 and 6, and I think a false favourite in September Flower.
Yeah, nice value there from the background. Number 2, Angel C, 2-time winner on the poly track. Let's see if she can get her 3rd win on the surface and a 4th win overall. Race number 6 next. This is a novice plate over 1300 meters. 15:35 is the off time for the 6th race. Number 3, Ethanator, is at 22 to 10. 11 to 2 about Donny T, Lieutenant Alexander. 6 to 1, Enchanted Sky Abound, and then it is 8 to 1 and better bar those. Now, Ethanator is a horse that I know they've always thought a lot of him from the start of his career. He's now having his first start for Sharon Cotton, formerly with Sean Terry, and the form that he brings to the table is certainly quite strong form.
Yeah, it is very strong form, Rahil, but 176 days layoff, it's not going to be easy. New surface is not going to be easy. He has got a 1 draw, which will help. But I'm prepared just to have a look at this one on Friday. I really am strong in the camp of number 1, Donny T. A very, very good run at the 82 level last time out, where he ran 2nd. Back down into a novice plate, 60 kilos. Very, very big runner. In my pick six, I've actually banked this horse. I think he's going to be a very hard horse to beat. I have covered him up in the bipot with number 2, Lieutenant Alexander, who's a poly specialist. A little bit of a bad draw at 8, but Marco's riding very well. He'll probably get it over. But I'm strong in the camp of Donny T. I've tipped it 1, 2, 9, and 8, with Enchanted Sky being my trifecta horse to filly, getting the 2.5 kilos. Moosey's off the board, that one, and then Ravelous, who runs his best races over this kind of track and trip. So yeah, Donny T for me.
Yeah, Donny T, the top choice at around 11-2 in the market. That could be some decent value in the 6 race as opposed to number 3, about 22-10, about the 3-horse Ethan Nater. But let's see how number 3 does go. If he does find support, well, then he could be the right horse in the race. But if he drifts out, well, then Grant's value play at 11-2 could certainly be the one to pick up the pieces. Race number 7, it's an MR80 handicap over 1400 meters. Penultimate race on the card. Number 7 final edition is at 4-1, along with number 6 American Dream. Timbavati River is trading at 9-2, 5-1 Scampton, Atkinson, Grimshaw, 6-1 AF Yellow Yokul, 8-1 Silver Tycoon, 10-1 Alinga Longa. So it's quite a competitive betting race here. Betting 4-1 the field. Grant, race number 7, your thoughts?
FLD field. Very, very tricky, Rahil. Terrible race. You got to go the field in the pick 6. There's no doubt. Any one of these 8 horses can win and have got the ability to win. Scampton back on the poly. He's got to be a big runner. I'm sure he'll put those last 2 runs behind him. Back on the poly, back over his favourite trip where he won the previous start. He's probably going to be my narrow first choice. American Dream gets on very well with Musieni. Solid front runner. He's going to have to do a bit of work from draw 8 out of 8 over the 1400. They do jump on the camber. So the wide draws over here are even more important. They're going to be a big negative. So American Dream's a bit of a runner, and then to final edition, also coming back from a break. He's got a little bit of a better draw. There's a case can be made for most of these horses. Atkinson Grimshaw is another horse that comes back from a break, and he's a solid front runner. I see the pace being on here, and with the pace being on, you can get any result. I've tipped it 5, 6, 4, and 2.
5, 6, 4, and 2, the numbers for Grant in race number 7. But as you heard from him, it is the race that you can get a result, and best to go wide in those exotics. It's a field race in Grant's opinion. Race number 8, it's an MR80 handicap over 1400 meters, 16:45 the off time. And the 8th race has got number 2, My Best Shot at 8-10, 5-1 Valeria's Dream, 6-1 Purple Operator, 7-1 Travel Master, 7-1 Profit, 12-1 and Better Bar those. Now, Grant, this horse, My Best Shot, I respect his chances. I see he's deep in the red at 8-10, but I've got a huge concern with the poly track. I don't think he can quicken up as well on the poly as he can on the turf. And at 8-10, I think that's skinny odds, as opposed to 5-1 about this filly, Valeria's Dream, who, if she has to put her best foot forward, she'll be a major player on some of her better runs in KZN.
Yeah, well, you know a lot more about Valeria's Dream than I will. I'm not sure of those form lines, but coming back to the favourite, My Best Shot, 3 runs back. He ran 3rd on the poly in an MR66. He got hopelessly beaten there. He's now up to an MR80 on the same surface, 8-10, way too short. I do like this horse, Purple Operator. I like the way he won first time out. I think there's definitely progress there. Travel Master is another one who loves the track and trip. And I think those 2 horses are actually far better on the surface than My Best Shot. And I'm tipping at 6, 8, 2, and 3. And if you tell me Valeria's Dream's got good form lines, I will add it in. Musieni for Gavin Smith from a good draw. But I honestly think My Best Shot is way too short at 8-10 and is definitely beatable.
Yeah, I agree with you there. 8-10, too short about number 2, My Best Shot. If it was on a turf, I think Grant and myself will be certainly singing a different tune. But on the poly track, I think this horse could well be opposable. And there's horses in this race here. Purple Operator, the one for Grant, at around 6-1. And I think Valeria's Dream runs to Lucky Miss Convocation. Even when she beat Asia Pambili over 1400 meters, those are runs that she will certainly be very competitive of if she has to reproduce her best form. We're going to move along to the suggested bet now, and Grant will take us through his suggested bet for racing on Friday, Women's Day out at Fairview. And Grant, take it away.
Thank you very much, Rahil. Best bet, race 2, number 2, Vintage Crystal. My value bet, race 5, number 2, Angel C. And my suggested bet, the bipod goes as follows. 3 and 5, by Banker 2, by 6 and 7, by 1 and 8, by 2, 4 and 6, by 1 and 2 for 48 Rand.
48 Rand is what that perm will cost you for one full unit. Grant, thanks very much for your time. All the best. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you very much, Rahil, and good luck to those punters tomorrow. Goodbye.
All the best with racing out at Fairview on Friday. Hopefully you manage to make yourself a bit of cash and have a wonderful weekend.